Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some 1978 New York Yankees baseball here on April 29th, 1978, as the Yankees travel out to Minnesota to take on the Twins. And let's take a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Leading off, playing second base, Willie Randolph. Batting second, playing third, Greg Nettles. Batting third, going to catching, Thurman Munson. Batting fourth, playing right field, Reggie Jackson. Batting fifth, playing left field, Lou Piniella. Batting sixth, playing first base, Chris Chambliss. Batting seventh and DH is Cliff Branch. Batting eighth, playing center field is Paul Blair. Batting ninth, playing shortstop is Bucky Dent. And on the mound for the New York Yankees is Dick TIDROW. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for the Minnesota Twins. Leading off, playing shortstop, Roy Smalley. Batting second, playing first base, Rod Carew. Batting fifth, playing center field, Don Ford. Batting fourth, doing the catching, Butch Weiniger. And batting fifth, playing third base, is Mike Cabbage. And batting sixth, doing the DH, Glenn Adams. Batting seventh, playing right field, Hoskin Powell. Batting eighth, playing second base, is Bob Randall. Batting ninth, playing left field, is Willie Norwood. And on the mound for the Minnesota Twins is Jeff ZAHN. Let's get down here to the field and get this game started. And to lead it off for the Yankees, Willie Randolph batting .356, one homer, 7 RBIs, going up against Jeff ZAHN. And this is Jeff's fifth game. He's 2-2 with a 3 ERA. Here's the pitch to Willie. And he's going to take a base on ball. So Randolph trots on down to first with a leadoff walk. And that'll bring up Greg Nettles now, with Willie down at first. And Greg's batting .306. He's got 3 homers and 10 RBIs on the year. Here's the pitch to Nettles. And that's going to be a ground ball back to ZAHN. And they're going to get the lead runner out at second for out number 1. And that puts Greg Nettles down at first now for Thurman Munson. See if the captain can come through here with a 1-out hit, batting .328, 2 homers and 12 RBIs. And that ball is well hit by Mr. Munson. See if you can get Greg in here. And that's going to be a double in the right field. And let's see, Powell doesn't have a great arm out there. See what happens here with 1 out. It'll be a 42 minus the 28, and Greg doesn't have great speed. 20 or lower. So that would be he's going to stop down there at third, Greg is. He'll put the brakes on. So we got second and third and only 1 out for Reggie Jackson here. So Reggie with an opportunity to put the Yankees on the board. Yankees are on a 4-game losing streak. And Reggie's batting .348. He's got 9 homers and 20 RBIs. And that's going to be against the lefty. Going to make him a 20. And a 20 on a 9. That's going to be a fly ball in the center field. And Ford's out there. And is that going to be deep enough to score Nettles from third here? 51, Ford. 21 plus 6, 27. I think he's going to tag up and try a 53 or lower. Nettles will score here, folks, on the fly ball. And he does. That was deep enough. Nettles scores. That'll be a sacrifice fly by Reggie. That gets the Yankees on the board here. Now 2 out to runner down at second for Lou Piniella. See if Lou can come through here. It's a 2-out base hit and give the Yankees a 2-0 lead. Lou's batting .286. He's got 2 homers and 9 RBIs on the year as we drop the dice. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third, over the first for out number 3. But the Yankees score 1. We get to the bottom of the first. Yankees 1. Twins due up here with Smalley, Crew, and Ford. And Roy Smalley's batting .358. 2 homers, 12 RBIs. He'll be going up against Dick TIDROW, his 4th start of the year. He's 3-0 with a 3.91 ERA. Here's the pitch to Roy, and that's going to be a rare play on a 39 and a 16. And that's going to be ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Smalley. And that's going to be a comebacker back to TIDROW over to first. And that's out number 1. That brings up Rod Carew now. And Carew is batting .365, no homers and 11 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be an 8 against the righty. And make him a 7. That'll be a single in the right field. Carew's aboard here with a 1-out base hit. Brings up Dan Ford here now. And Ford's batting .360 on the year, 2 homers and 10 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. That's Dick's first strikeout. Now there's 2 outs. And Carew's still down at first. And that'll bring up Butch Weiniger. And Butch is batting .315, 6 homers and 19 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. That'll fire over to first. And that'll end the inning. The Twins strand 1. We go to the top of the second. Yankees leading by 1. We'll have Chambliss, Johnson, and Blair due up here for the Yankees. Chris is batting .324, 2 homers and 9 RBIs. That's going to be a fly ball out to Ford in center for out number 1. Brings up Heathcliff Johnson, and Johnson's batting .158. He's got a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes out for out number 2. That brings up Paul Blair. And this is Blair's second plate appearance. He's 0 for 1. He batted .176 and 78 with 2 homers and 13 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Randall at second. That'll end the inning. The Yankees go down in order. We go to the bottom of the second. We got Cubbage, Adams, and Powell due up here for the Twins. Mike's batting .359, 2 homers, and 7 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls, not what you want if you're a Yankee fan. To walk the leadoff batter. Brings up Glenn Adams now with nobody out and Mike down at first. Glenn's batting .175 with a homer and 6 RBIs. Yankees looking to turn 2, and that ball's hit down the nettles. Can he go around the horn and get it, folks? 32 on a 5. And that is going to be the old 5-4-3 double play. Nice play by Nettles to get that one started. And that wipes out the runner. Now there's 2 outs and nobody on for Powell. Pitcher's best friend there. Powell's batting .373, 2 homers and 11 RBIs. And we lost the dice. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out, folks. Now to end the inning, we go to the top of the third. Yankees holding on to a 1-0 lead. We got Dent, and then we turn the lineup over and go back to the top with Randolph and Nettles. Bucky's batting .323 with a homer and 10 RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field, I believe. Yeah, that's a base hit in the right field. So Bucky gets aboard here, the leadoff hit. That brings up Willie Randolph. And Willie walked his first time up. See if he can get on base again here with nobody out. And that's going to be a fly ball out the Powell right field for out number 1. That brings up Greg Nettles now. And Nettles reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. Came around the score. The sacrifice fly by Jackson. And that's going to be a fly ball out the center field. So 2 fly balls, 2 outs now. Bucky's still down at first. Here's Thurman Munson, the captain. Can he deliver a 2-out base hit? He doubled his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Smalley. He'll go to short way over to second. And the Yankees strand 1. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. We got Randall, Norwood, and then back to the top of the order in Smalley. And Randall's batting .306. He's got 2 homers and 16 RBIs on the year. And against that's going to be a base hit in the left field. And they get the leadoff batter aboard here. Randall's down at first. And Norwood steps to the plate. And Norwood is batting .270, 2 homers and 9 RBIs. Can the Yankees get another double play ball here? That's going to be a fly ball out to Jackson in right field. He makes the catch for out number 1. Back to the top of the order in Smalley. And Smalley is 0 for 1 today. He grounded out to the mound. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on Roy. Can he take advantage of this batter's count? And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. And TIDROW is going to make a nice play there. Nope, that's going to be a single up the middle. Single up the middle, and the runner will stop at second. TIDROW couldn't make the play. So now we got first and second and 1 out for Rye Carew. Carew got a single his first time up. Here's the pitch to Rod. The Yankees still looking to turn 2 here. And that's just what the doctor ordered. That ball is hit down to Bucky. He fires over to Willie, over to Chris. 4-6-3 double play. And the Yankees get out of another one with a double play. We go to the top of the 4th. We got Jackson, Piniella, and Chambliss due up here. Reggie had a sacrifice fly his first time up. And that ball is well hit by Reggie. He squares this one up. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is gone, folks. Home run, Reggie Jackson. That's a no doubt about her. And it is now 2-0 New York. Nobody out now for Sweet Lou. Comes to the plate. Nobody on here. Yankees up by 2. He grounded out the 3rd his first time up. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. So the Yankees all of a sudden getting the Jeff here. First 2 batters are safe. Brings up Chris Chambliss now. Can Chambliss keep this hit parade going? Chris is 0 for 1. He flew out the center his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Chambliss out for out number 1. And that brings up Mr. Johnson. And Cliff is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be let's see. That's going to be a rare play on a 36 with a runner down at first and a 26. 36 and a 26. And that's going to be hit down to short, I believe. No, back to the mound. And we'll have to re-roll some dice here. And a 55 on a 2. 55 on a 2. That'll be fielding column 2. And the only play Jeff Zahn's going to have is over to first. I'll get the runner in scoring position now with 2 outs. So you got Piniella down at second. 2 outs for Mr. Blair. Can Paul come up with a 2-out base hit and give the Yankees a 3-0 lead? He grounded out the second his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. And ZAHN picks it up and again throws over to first. And that ends inning. But the Yankees score 1 on the Jackson homer. And it's 2-0 New York as we go to the bottom of the 4th. We have Ford, Weiniger, and Cubbage due up here. Butch is 0 for 1, struck out. And that's going to be a base hit. Again, they get the leadoff batter aboard here in the left field. And the Yankees again turn another double play. Got the catcher up in Butch. And Butch is 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time. They'll take another ground ball and try to turn 2 here. And that is going to be a ground ball down the short. And Bucky's not going to be able to turn the double play on this one. He's going to get the leadoff batter down at second, though. And that'll be 1 out. And up steps Mike Cubbage. And still, Yankees like to get this double play. He walked his first time up, Mike did. And that's going to be a base hit, I believe, in the left field. Yep. And Butch will stop at second. So now it's first and second and 1 out for the Twins. Making a little bit of noise here in the 4th. That brings up Glenn Adams. He hit into a 5-4-3 double play his first time. The Yankees will take that again. And it ain't going to be a 5-4 double play, but it'll be a 4-6-3 double play. So that ball's hit down to Randolph, and that ends the threat. The Yankees defense is bailing out TIDROW so far today. We go to the top of the 5th. It's still 2-0 New York. We got Dent, and then back to the top we go, and Randolph and Nettles. Bucky's 1 for 1 today. He singled his first time up. And that's going to be a pop-up down the short. His counterpart Smalley makes the catch for out number 1. Back to the top we go, and Willie. And Willie is 0 for 1. He did walk. He flew out the right his last time up. That's going to be a ground ball down the short. Smalley makes another play this inning over to first for out number 2. So it's up to Nettles to keep this 5th inning alive here. Craig is 0 for 2, reached on the fielder's choice and came around the score and flew out to center. And that's going to be a pop-up this time down the second. And Randall makes the play. Now to end the inning, Yankees go down in order. To the bottom of the 5th we go. In the bottom part of the order due up for the Twins, Powell, Randall, and Norwood. Powell's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. That'll be a ground ball down to Bucky. Over to Chris for out number 1. Finally, the Yankees get the leadoff batter out. That brings up Randall now. He singled his first time up. And that's going to be another single in the left field. So again, the Yankees are going to look for a double play here with Norwood up. 1 out, a runner at first. And Willie's 0 for 1, flew out the right. And that's going to be a comebacker to the mound. And he's going to get the lead off runner down at second. So a nice play by Dick. Throws down to Bucky at second for out number 2. So now you got Norwood down at first and Smalley up. And Roy is 1 for 2. He's grounded out and singled his last time up. And that could be a single in the left field. And it is, I believe, yep, against a 7. That'll be a single in the left field. And Norwood is not going to chance it. Trying to go to third with 2 outs. Brings up Rod Carew. Yankees looking for that all-important 3rd out here. First and second, 2 outs. Norwood at second, Smalley at first, and Carew up. Carew's singled and hit into a 4-6-3 double play his last time up. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on Kirill. See what he does with this 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Paul Blair. He makes the catch. And the Twins strand 2 more. We go to the 6th inning. We got Munson, Jackson, and Piniella due up here, the heart of the lineup. Munson's 1 for 2 with a double and reached on a fielder's choice. He's on base all 2 times. Can he get on it for 3rd time? And not this time. That's a ground ball down to Cubbage at 3rd. Over to Carew for out number 1. Here steps Reggie. He is 2 for 2, 1 for 1 today. He has a sacrifice fly and a RBI sacrifice fly and a home run. And that's squared up. Reggie's having one hell of a game. Then he go back-to-back jacks. And that ball is blasted down the 3rd baseline. And that's going to be a 2-out double. And Jackson's down at 1-out double. And Jackson's in scoring position for Lou Piniella. And the Yankees get some insurance runs here. Lou is 1 for 2. Grounded out the 3rd and singled his last time up. And that's going to be hit down to 2nd. And that'll get the runner over to 3rd. And Jackson's now 90 feet away with Chris Chambliss up here. Can Chambliss get a 2-out base hit and make this a 3-0 game? Chris is 0 for 2 with a fly out and a strikeout. And he squares this one up, folks. So 1 run's definitely going to score. And that's all it's going to be. That'll be a single in the center field. Chambliss gets the job done now. Yankees lead 3-0. That brings up Johnson now with Chambliss down at 1st. And Johnson's 0 for 2, struck out and grounded out to 1st. Can he keep this inning going, folks? No, that's going to be a swing and a miss. But the Yankees add another and take a 3-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the 6th. We got Ford, Weiniger, and Cubbage due up. Ford is 1 for 2, singled and struck out. And that's going to be a rare play here. 40 and an 11. Make sure I'm right. Yeah, 40 and 11. And that's going to be hit out the left field. Piniella's out there. And on a 2 and a 23. That's going to be fielding column 1. And that's going to be a nice catch out there by Lou Piniella. Runs that one down, folks. Takes a base hit away from Ford. That's 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. And up steps Butch now. And Butch is 0 for 2. He has grounded out and reached on the fielder's choice. Here's the pitch to Butch. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Dick over to 1st. That's 2 outs. And the Yankees get a 1-2-3 inning. They haven't had that. And Cubbage is up. He's 1 for 1 with a walk. And that is going to be a 1-2-3 inning. That ball's hit down the nettles. Fires over the 1st. And at the top of the 7th we go. Yankees leading 3-0. And we got Blair, Dent, and back to Willie. Blair's 0 for 2, grounded out twice. And that'll be a fly ball this time out the right field. And Powell makes the catch. And up steps Bucky with nobody on and 1 out. Bucky's having a nice game. He's 1 for 2. He singled and popped up to his counterpart at short. And that's going to be a rare play, a 54 on a 39. And that'll be strike 1 on Bucky. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Can he do something with it here, folks? And that ball is going to be hit down the 3rd base. And that's going to be an E5. And Bucky's aboard here with an error on Mike down at third. So with one out, Randolph's up with a runner down at first. Can Willie Boy do something? He's 0 for 2 with a walk, flown out and grounded out. And that's going to be a base on balls. And the Yankees are making some noise here without even having a hit. And that brings up Nettles now. The runner in scoring position, first and second. Randolph at first, Dent at second, and Aaron Reed joins us. Craig's 0 for 3. He did come around to score when he reached on a fielder's choice. He's flown out and popped up. And that's going to be against the lefty. 18 and an 8. And that's going to be a pop-up down the short. Smalley makes the catch out in shallow left field for a big 2 outs now. It's up to the captain, Thurman Munson. Can he try to bust this game open? Yankees leading 3-0. He's 1 for 3 with a double. Reached on a fielder's choice and grounded out to third. And that's going to be against the lefty. Makes him a 9. And that is going to be against the 9. That's going to be a fly ball. Diane Ford makes a nice catch to end the inning. And the Yankees straying 2. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning stretch. 3-0 Yankees. We have Adams, Powell, and Randall due up here. Adams is 0 for 2. He's grounded into 2 double plays. He won't do that this time. And that's going to be a base hit. He's not going to do that in the left field. So just like that, the Twins get the leadoff batter aboard. That'll get the bullpen up. Sparky Lau and the Goose will get up. That brings up Mr. Powell now. He's 0 for 2, struck out and grounded out. Can the Yankees get another double play here, folks? Nope, that'll be a fly ball out the loo for out number 1. That brings up Bob Randall. I was right the first time. He's 2 for 2, 2 singles. Can Dick finally figure out how to get him out here? And he does. That'll be a fly ball out to Blair. Now there's 2 outs and a runner still at first for Willie Norwood. And Willie is 0 for 2. He's flown out and reached on a fielder's choice. And that'll be a ground ball down to first. And Chambliss is up with it. Dick goes over to first for the final out. We go to the 8th inning. It is still 3-0 Yankees. We got Jackson, Piniella, and Chambliss due up here. See if they can get another run on the board at least. And Reggie is 2 for 2 with a double and a home run and a sacrifice fly. So he's been productive all 3 times up, having a hell of a game. And that against the lefty. This might be the first time they get him out, folks. And that takes a hell of a catch out there by Willie Norwood. He makes a diving catch, robs Reggie of a base hit. That's 1 down. Up steps Lou Piniella now. And Lou's 1 for 3. He's grounded out twice and had a single. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Mike's up with it, fires over to first. Now it'll be 2 outs here in the 8th. Up steps Cripps Chambliss now. And Chambliss is 1 for 3 with an RBI single his last time up. He's flown out and struck out. And that's going to be another swing and a miss, strike 3. The Yankees go down 1, 2, 3. We go to the 8th. You got Smalley, Carew, and Ford due up. That's going to be it for Dick. And the Goose is coming out for a 2-inning save, folks. So out of the bullpen steps Goose Gossage. See if he can nail this game down for the Yankees and break this 4-game losing streak. He's got the top of the order to deal with here. And Smalley is 2 for 3. He's grounded out to the pitcher and singled twice. And this time that's going to be a 25. That's going to be a ground ball down to Willie. He fires over the first for out number 1. Up steps Rod Carew now. And Carew is 1 for 3. He singled, grounded out, and flown out. And against a 19, that's going to be a fly ball, and Reggie Jackson makes a nice catch out there. Got to give him his props. He has screwed the pooch in some extra inning games that have cost the Yankees, but that's a nice catch out there by Reggie. Maybe he's finally learning not to piss Billy off. And that brings up Dan Ford. He's 1 for 3. He struck out and flown out and singled. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. The Goose's first strikeout of the game. Into the 9th inning we go. We got the bottom part of the order due up here. And that's probably going to be it for old Jeff. He's going to come out of the game. And who is the Twins going to bring in here? Probably try to keep a lefty in this game. You got what? Well, no, they might bring the righty in. You got all righties due up here. They're going to go with a righty. Might see some pitch hitting done here by the Yankees. So who are they going to bring in? Let's look here. Looks like it's been a while since Tom Johnson's pitched. So Tom Johnson's going to come into the ball game here and try to keep this a 3-0 game for the Twins. Like I say, he'll be facing maybe Johnson, Blair, and Dent. And grabbing a bat for Cliff Johnson is going to be Jim Spencer. So Spencer's coming off the bench here. He'll stay in the game and be the DH. So that'll be it for Cliff Johnson. He's 0 for 3. See if Mr. Spencer can get aboard here in the 9th inning and give the Yankees some insurance runs. There's Jim. And Jim is batting .286. He's got a homer and 5 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. Powell's got it for out number 1. And let's see here. And Mickey Rivers is going to grab a bat. He's going to come out here and pitch it for Blair. So the switch hitting, the lefty Rivers will come out here. See if Rivers can get on board here. And Mickey's batting .237 with a homer and 11 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Tom Johnson's got it. Fires over to first. Now it'll be 2 outs. And that'll bring up Bucky Dent now. Can Bucky get a 2-out rally going here? And Bucky is 1 for 3. He singled, popped up, and reached on an error. So he's been on base twice. Can he get on board a 3rd time? That's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. And on a 34, I think he's going to 34. And he's going to make a nice play. Old Tom is. And he's going to grab that ball, fire over to first. And now it'll do it. To the bottom of the 9th we go. We got Butch Weiniger, Mike Cubbage, and Glenn Adams due up here against the Goose. And Butch will turn around and bat from the left side. We got to put Mickey in the center field here. Alrighty, now we got Rivers in, and here's going to be the pitch to Butch. Yankees leading by 3, and against a 21. That is going to be a ground ball down to Greg Nettles. He fires over the first for out number 1. 1 up and 1 down. Now it's up to Mike to get on board here. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. Grounded out the third his other time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Mickey Rivers. As soon as you put a guy in the game, the ball finds him, right? That's 2 up and 2 down for Glenn Adams now. And Glenn's 1 for 3, hitting the 2 double plays and singled his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Goose. He fires over to Chambliss, and that'll end this game. And the Yankees win 3-0 and break the 4-game losing streak, folks. Take a look here at the box score. And the Yankees, 3 runs on 6 hits and no errors. The Twins out-hit the Yankees but couldn't score. No runs, 8 hits and 1 error. The Yankees turned. How many double plays? The Yankees turned. Yankees turned how many 3 double plays, folks. So you had Reggie Jackson with a great game, 2 for 3, 2 RBIs, a homer. Yankees were only 1 for 5 with runners in scoring position. It was definitely the Reggie Jackson show. They left 6 men on base. Roy Smalley and Randall, who's had 2 hits. Randall was 2 for 3, Smalley 2 for 4. And the Twins obviously were 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. Left 6 men on base. TIDROW goes 7 innings, picks up his 4th win. He's 4-0 on the season. 8 hits, no runs, walked 1, struck out 2. The Goose comes in, picks up his 5th save, 2 innings and struck out 1. Jeff ZAHN falls to 2-3, 8 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, walked 2, struck out 4, and gave up the homer to Reggie. And Tom comes in. Johnson pitches an inning, shuts the door, but the Twins couldn't get any offense, folks. Let's do some fast play here in the American League. Got Nolan Ryan pitching for the Angels out in Anaheim against the Blue Jays. See what happens in this game. And the Blue Jays win a close one. 2 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error. Angels 1 run out, hit the Blue Jays by 1, but couldn't score. 7 hits and 2 errors. Then you got the Orioles taking on the White Sox out in Chicago. Jim Palmer on the mound for the Orioles. Let's see what old gentleman Jim can do here. Mr. Jockey himself, man. And the Orioles lose a close one. The Orioles 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors. The Orioles out-hit the White Sox. This is becoming a pattern here. First 3 games on the 29th, the team winning had less hits than the team winning. The White Sox 2 runs on 4 hits and an error. We go to Kansas City for the Brewers taking on KC. See what happens here. Will the winning team have less hits than the winning team? No, they both had the same. So far, the winning team has not out-hit the losing team. The Brewers 2 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. The Royals 4 runs on 8 hits and no errors. And now we got the Tribe traveling out to Oakland to take on the A's. And the A's beat up on the Indians and stomped that streak of not being out hit by the winning team. Indians 1 run, 6 hits and no errors. The A's 8 runs, 15 hits and 1 error. And then you got the Tigers traveling out to the West Coast in Seattle to take on the Mariners. And the Tigers win a close one. 2 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. The Mariners, 1 run, 7 hits, and 2 errors. You got the Red Sox taking on the Rangers. Eckersley against the Doc. See what happens here. Yankees, of course, rooting for the Rangers. And the Rangers beat the Red Sox. The Red Sox 1 run. Doc Ellis, nice pitching game. 7 hits and 1 error. And the Rangers 3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. And that was the last game in the American League. Let's take a look at the standings and the leaderboard here. The Yankees now lead the Tigers and the Red Sox by a game and a half. And the Twins now are only up by 5.5 on Kansas City. And Ralph Garr is now leading the American League with a 382 along with Dwayne Kuiper, both tied. Reggie now leading the American League and Major Leagues with 10 home runs and 22 RBIs. Mr. October's doing it here in April. And Louis Tiant with a .5 ERA for Boston's leading the American League with the ERA. Paul still has the 5 wins, and the Goose now has 5 saves on the year. And right now, Reggie's leading in the MVP voting, and Paul's leading in the Cy Young. I want to thank Aaron Reed for stopping by today. Check out his great channel. He does baseball for Windows. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And on your way out of Minnesota, hit that bell, hit that like button, and leave a comment. Until next time, guys, you all have a great day and take care.